I will be teaching you today how to punch people in the face and punch their elbows and punch everything that you want to. Because you are real mad and you don't have time to waste on weapons. At the end of this here tutorial, you will be able to be cool and good enough to beat people's and be a proud member of the Fight Club. With this, you don't have to worry about punching your friends in the face, because it really doesn't do that much damage. However, you want to make sure you don't get hit by them, because they're probably going to hit you. If you can just be an annoying piece of crap for someone else to finish off an enemy, sometimes that's better than actually dealing damage. If you can, try and come up to enemies from behind so they don't see you're coming. That way you can interrupt and not really have to worry about getting. You'll just have to worry about getting taking it from one of your friendly teammates. Try and use combos like that with your teammates to make assists and prevent them from being. Try and give yourself some distance from the enemy so that you have time to heal. And they'll make stupid attempts and whatever while you're healing. Whenever you can just get a little bit of distance away, might be enough for them to lose interest in you so that you can come right back around and from again. But this time with additional health or stamina. Stamina! Never possible to take archers out of the equation, so you don't have to deal with them because they will wreak havoc on you if they actually land a. Be mindful of your kicks from a higher to a lower elevation, because oftentimes you will kick over their head or you will land on top of their head, being unable to. Remember that a lot of people really don't like fistics, and I myself personally have been kicked or even banned off of several servers just for punching people in the face. It's hated that much. Getting around that big shield is probably going to be one of the hardest things to do. But people get very angry when you punch them. Here we see a dodge back away from that long sword, combo into his face, and a bunch of forwards around his side. Knocks out that vanguard. Coming up behind, combo this vanguard, dodge backwards, avoid this. You need to be aware of your surroundings. Otherwise, people will surround you, and then you'll be all surrounded, and then you will get surroundedly poked in your surroundus. Be wary, because most of the time when things should be interrupted, nothing happens. And you're left totally boned. Dodge left to avoid the vanguards, combo him, dash forward and punch and avoid the armor. Few more combos. And when I say interrupt doesn't work a lot of the time, I mean every time. Practically, anyway. And your friends are always here to help you. Dodge the weapon, dodge back, dodge the combo, run forward, alternate sides, and if you can, corner people like that so that they can't use their overhead. They'll have to see you or try and sideways it, but still there's a good chance that they'll something like this. Make full use of your environment, because a good kicking can make the difference between a 1v1 and a giant group. Typically, you will know whether or not your enemy is going to be defensive in the first 2 punches or so. If he's not, just wail on his face. Knight here is non-aggressive, so you back away, get more stamina and health for this vanguard. Kick him off. Try and do the same thing with the knight. If it doesn't work, you could just get some free damage in. Combo him. Could be a waste of time. Instead, take advantage of the surroundings. You can juggle people endlessly with your foot. If you miss, it will cost you your life. Listen for footsteps. That can often tell you where your enemies are, so that you don't get overrun by them. You can take advantage of them when they're unaware. You don't want to be in a small corridor like this, because you'll either get shot by an archer, or you'll be in a small area where you're not going to be able to take full advantage of your man-at-arms maneuverability. And the build for using fisticuffs relies heavily on being able to maneuver and dodge it, because you can't block them, and this is the only way you can actually avoid damage. Most are too slow to keep up with an opposite side punch. Crouching restores your stamina the fastest. By keeping the distance, by dodging backwards, you're able to have time to restore it. When fighting multiple foes, it's best if you weave in around them so they each other, and if you can, multiple foes at the same time to interrupt them. If they hit friendlies because you're hiding behind them, you can take advantage of their extreme damage dealing ability and finish off their friends. Punch, dodge back, forward, punch, punch, combo, dodge back, punch. You get hit in the face. Just because there's no physical space for you to dodge back into doesn't mean you can't do it, because sometimes it helps, and I don't know how it works, but you defy the laws of physics, and sometimes you really make people sad. When man-at-arms, you have to make sure you're going to get in a good, because they're fast like you. A flying kick breaks the guard, stab, weaving back and forth on opposite sides of the vanguard confuses him. Man-at-arms have a very short swing distance. Your key is to stay outside of that. And just barely not get with it so that you're in necessary range to punch. This tactic works well on two-handed wielding warriors. You dash in quickly and punch before he can attack and combo. Vanguards often will try and do their stupid little jump at you. Well, never mind. I'll get back to this. Here's what I was saying. Most Vanguard are dumb and they use a stupid charge to get in your face from a distance. But all you have to do is dodge to the left and you can easily evade it. You can even try and get a little bit of distance to try and bait Vanguards into doing their charges. You don't really want to more than one Vanguard at the same time. Simply because they're going to be outranging you, and that using that combo like that to get into a round. Here we see multiple foes. I use a tree as cover, use my friend as bait, use a secondary tree as cover, try and bait out the timer for the archer, brush his face, punch him a few times, combo, he blocks, I dodge forward, punch that man-at-arms, punch the archer, dodge his punch, and come with the right hook. Take advantage of archers who think their friends will protect them, but they'll all fall to a fist in the face. No. Archers deserve no mercy and should be punched repeatedly in the... Knights especially will try and get up in your face. And they use their slow, crappy, and you just punch them in the face, and they can't do anything. Because they're usually too stupid to block. You just have to be careful with these knights with the large, that they don't do a slow and chew. Or that they don't block. Otherwise, you can go to town on their face. Tries to feint. I lean back, punch in the face. Kick doesn't work. Sheer blows. Not a good idea. He blocks. Dodge, punch. Try and side swipe. Block him and punch him in the face. Don't try and trade blows with knights because they have far more health than you do. And if you try and do that, they will out damage you by about 2 or 3 fists. Punch him in the face, come around the back, try and get a third in, he blocks, try and get a jumping kick fails, he tries to combo, get out of the way of the combo, blocking, counter, failing the block, countering again, and then going forward for a punch, fading back, punch in the face, he kicks me, I fade back, kick, and he's down.
Are you out of your mind?
Archer here, he tries to feint me, I feint him, punch him in the face, combo, try and feint him with the punch. Punch again, counter. Somehow counters off being punched in the face. Come around, he blocks, get a punch in. I fail my block. Fail my block again. Fake a jumping attack. Block, punch him in the face. Combo left hook. He's dead. Punch this dude randomly in the face. Kick this guy. Kick the third punch. Punch. Try and block, come around the corner, uppercut again, punch him in the face, punch him again, get out of the way of this, fade for a second, and then punch him. Punch this guy who blocked the wrong person, go forward, punch this guy forward so he comes down, trying to body this guy, miss, hit his thing, but I got a punch on him, kick him, and get forward, punch forward. Here's the setup I usually use. I usually go with the broadsword and the cudgel for smooshing. And then you can go with the shield to protect yourself from arrows and switch off with the shield. If you're more comfortable, you can go with that. When I'm running in, I'll have the shield out and it'll block arrows. I hope you enjoyed this guide for punching people today, and you like and subscribe to my video.